It's our final of the weekend here in Belgium as they now head their way on towards the formation lap, first of two, before the racers get underway for 18 laps of racing. A very healthy grid once more for the seniors, which have been split this weekend in the groups through the heats, but for now we have all of them together after the second chance heat this morning where we lost 6, but 34 do remain. In terms of the grid then, it's going to be Jordan Brown-Nutley to start from pole position. It's an all-British front row with Jonathan Hoggard alongside. Row 2 then sees the Turkish racer Berke Besler, Felix Vargey alongside the first of the Belgian racers towards the front of the field. So let's see how Felix does from the second row. Row 3 then has the likes of Baptiste Moulin, the Frenchman, with Robert Kindervater alongside. Row 4 we have the likes of Hugo Anderson and Noah Rouvers. Really did well in the pre-final, did Noah, to carve through to get himself onto row number 4. It was a lot further down after yesterday's heat. Row 5 lines up with Daniel Metricek, who we just heard briefly from on the grid, with Arno Sarrazin alongside. Row 6 then sees Zumba Kovacs with Andre Volta. Row 7 is going to be Christopher Drayspring and Jakob Gragula. On to row number 8 is going to be Ida Cohen and David Remy, who suffered in the pre-final this morning as well with a few problems, so he has hopefully got himself sorted and mind focused on the job in hand. Behind them on row number 9 is going to be Charlie Anderson with Tamino Bergmeyer. Then back on row number 10, the likes of Walter Savidras and Max Pilka. Row 11 we'll see Alessandro Massimo Trombelli, the Italian, and Hans Morin alongside him. Then to row number 12 is going to be Laurie Lepper with Zabo Baldazar on the outside. Row 13 sees Scott Simmons with Harrison Thomas. He's one of the men who came through the second chance heat this morning. Then on to row number 14 is going to be Patrick Rundqvist, the Swede, with Zander Prijbalak alongside. Row 15 sees Daniel Netagovsky with Matilda Olsen. Row 16 Bastien Cochet with Olivier Verhelst, and row 17 will be Ruben Norum Keverkeld with Max Timmermans, the man who had problems this morning. He had a crash out there on track which did damage the car. No chance of him really finishing the race, so he starts 34th and last on the grid. Put your money down now. How many places can Max Timmermans make up at his home circuit? He's got to be definitely one to watch out for. Final chance to get everyone combusted together as close as you like for the start of this race. It's highly anticipated, the senior final, always a great one to feast your eyes on, and today is going to be no different. 18 laps ahead of us. It's senior final time then in the Rotax Max Euro Challenge. Round 1 here in Belgium. Up towards the line they come now. Lights are about to go out and Jordan Brown-Nutley will lead the pack away down towards the first corner. He's charged hard by Berke Besler and Baptiste Moulin in towards the first turn, but here comes Jonathan Hoggard round the outside line to try and hold on to third place. He's just going to squeeze back in front of Baptiste Moulin there. Oh, there's drama further back. Someone rides over the top of another cart there, but they all look pretty good and no real drama done. Someone goes for a massive run around the outside there to try and rejoin the track, and we'll try and work out who they were. One of them was 219 in the mix, which was Alessandro Massimo Trombelli. We had, I think, Laurie Lepper in the mix there as well, and around that region it would have been Walter Savidra. So 3 embroiled in a little bit of a tangle at the first couple of corners. 2 of them are going to be retirements from the race, but the rest of the pack continue on their way. Jordan Brown-Nutley leads the field. Berke Besler is second, and third place of the massive lunge down there from one of the Dan Holland racing machines gets caught up in some melee. That may have been David Remy or the 222 machine of Daniel Matricek, but whoever it was, they've all safely got through. But yeah, across the line we go then for the first time. Brown-Nutley leads, Berke Besler is second, Hoggard is third, 4th place is Baptiste Moulin, 5th place then is Hugo Anderson, 6th place for Noah Rouvers. A great start from Noah there from, where was he, 8th on the grid up to 6th already. 7th place then is going to be, a change for second is on the cards there. Hoggard through on Berke Besler. Needs to do this quick because already Jordan Brown-Nutley is pulling away. He's already got an 0.8 of a second margin over the rest of the field here. So Brown-Nutley out front. Hoggard now on the charge for KR Sport to try and catch up. Third, as we said, now Berke Besler. Moulin, Anderson, Ruers, your top 6. 7th place then for 7th place for number 248, which is the machine of Robert Kindervater. Then you've got Felix Vargey down to 8th place, so he's had a bad start. 9th place for 255. Andre Volta, and 10th place then for David Remy as the second lap now is completed. Is Hoggard any closer? No, the gap remains about the same, and their lap times not too far difference either. They're about 1/10 of a second apart there, but Jordan Brown-Nutley still going quicker than anybody else as they peer through the left-hander at turn 4, heading up towards the hairpin to start the run down the back straight once more. Hogarth needs some help here, doesn't he, to try and catch up with Brown Nutley, although maybe he doesn't because he's already closed the gap at sector 1. It's down to 0.6 of a second between the top two. Berke Besler still staying with them as well as they head on towards the hairpin at turn number 8. A move there down the inside line from Robert Kindervarter. He goes through now on Hugo Anderson, so a change for 6th place. Noah Rovers just up the road has gained another position. He's now into 5th, sits on the tail of Baptiste Moulon, so those two together. And in fact, Noah Rovers is down the inside line to take 4th place away, so Noah moves himself up now onto 4th spot. Can he get this cart on to the podium? We've got now some 15 laps to go. Lap 4 is started of this 18 lap race. Is Brown Nutley under more pressure from behind? Well, the gap stayed at 0.6. Quickest lap now just set by Jonathan Hogarth of 56.113. He is going very well at the minute. Turn their way onto the back straight. Does the gap come down even further? Yes, we're now down to half a second between the top two. On towards the right-hander at turn 7 they all go. Brown Nutley still leads for the time being. But we know again that Jordan Brown Nutley may not give us everything. He may save a bit till the end of this race. As they all come through turn 9 once more. No further changes amongst the lower runners inside the top 10 as they come then in towards the final corner. Brown Nutley has increased his margin on this lap, now back out to 0.6 over Jonathan Hogarth as they cross the line. Brown Nutley was the quickest man, not for long though, because Noah Rovers in 4th place. The man who's just about to attack Berke Besler has just gone and done the quickest of anyone, a 55.807, and there is confirmation on your screen of that quickest time from Noah. There you can see him on your screen now on the hassle to try and get past Berke Besler. Down the back straight they head once more. The gap stays steady between 1st and 2nd, ever closer between 3rd and 4th. 5th place still for Baptiste Moulon, 6th place for Robert Kindervarter, 7th and a place gain there for Felix Vargate, 8th place Hugo Anderson, 9th place is Andre Volta, and 10th place is David Remy. How many places has David made? 6 places in fact from the start of this race. So David Remy, again, a man heading within the right direction as the top 4 head down to the final corner. Noah Rovers to the inside line to take 3rd place away. So Noah Rovers onto the podium he goes then, past Berke Besler from Bouvon Power. Can Berke fight back at turn 1? He'll look for the inside line, but Noah has it covered. He's raced here many a times as Noah, local lad to the circuit, so plenty of chance to get himself out here in different championships. Through on towards the hairpin at turn 5 they now go. Berke Besler has got to be wary of the next man in line, which is going to be Baptiste Moulin. But Baptiste Moulin is under a little bit of pressure as well from Robert Kindervarter, so lots of action happening on track, which the fans are enjoying from the grandstand here in Belgium. Jordan Brown Nutley's gap has been cut once more, then down to half a second between himself and fellow Brit Jonathan Hogarth. And on the grid, Jordan did say that it was going to be a lot tougher in this race, of course, with everyone now mixed together, no separate groups or anything like that. So you are going to race the person you are racing against, and that will be it, of course. That will decide the podium for today here in Belgium. Across the line they go once more then. Brown Nutley still your leader by an increased margin again. It's gone up to 6.10. It's not the biggest we've seen, but it's going in the right direction now for Jordan Brown Nutley. What's happening with Noah Rovers? Well, Noah Rovers has just gone and done another quickest lap of the race, a 55.641. He's now within reach distance of catching the top 2. Noah Rovers looking for victory here after a dismal race yesterday, a few races yesterday which dropped him down the order for the pre-final. He's gradually worked his way through in this one. There's a fight going on between Baptiste Moulin and Felix Varga, another local lad trying to get himself onto the podium. That would please again the local crowd here in Belgium, but for now Felix just struggling to get past Baptiste on the run through turn number 10. Down towards the final corner they go, and Felix has now got through, so nice move there to get the inside line. So Felix heads through, he gives himself a little bit of encouragement as he crosses the line. Now into 6th place, he's going to try and catch up with Robert Kindervarter as they work their way through turn number 1. There's the fight for 4th place between Berke Besler and Robert Kindervarter. As we said, very shortly to be joined by Felix Varga as well. He'll be coming up on them like an angry dog at the minute, will Felix. Back to the lead as we go then with Brown Nutley and Jonathan Hogarth. This is the closest it's been between the top 2. We're down to 0.3 of a second at the minute. Can Jonathan Hogarth keep his cool? He's going to have to think about this move very quickly because Noah Ruvers is not too far adrift there in third. There's 4th place Berke Besler. 5th place is still Robert Kinderwarter. 6th place behind them is Felix Varga. As we switch back to the race leaders through the left-hander at turn 10. There is Felix then pushing hard on his local track. I think he may be able to just get a podium here. Let's keep an eye on that one. If they can work together, these 3 now, to catch up with the 3 ahead, that's going to really help them out. But of course, if the top 3 entangle themselves, that's going to slow them down. So they may actually not have to go that much quicker. As long as they can keep pushing and not make too many moves amongst themselves, they may just catch the top 3 in this race. We're on to lap number 9 now, so half race distance will be achieved at the end of this lap. Felix Varga again so close to the back of the 4th and 5th place men as they head their way off the back straight. It's going to be a change here surely. Down the inside line tries to go Robert Kinderwarter, but the door is shut by Berke Besler. That's not going to aid their chance of catching the top 3, as they're now joined by a few more people from behind. You've got Baptiste Moulin with them, and also Hugo Anderson in the mix as well. Here they come. Down towards the final couple of turns they now head. There's Berke. Behind him, as we said, is Robert Kinderwarter. Can Felix go for a move at the final corner? Nope, no jinking out to be done there. So pushing on they go then, across the line once more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all of these together. Joined now also by Andre Volta on the back of them. Leader still looking good then, with Brown Nutley leading by 0.4 of a second. Noah Ruvers just 0.3 back now. Has he gone any quicker? Nope, no quickest lap set that time round from Noah. So it's Brits 1, 2, Belgian racer in 3rd, Turkish racer in 4th, and a German in 5th. So 4 different nationalities represented with inside the top 5. And a big lunge down the inside line there, which has ended in disaster because straight through went the machine of, I think that was Charlie Anderson, possibly on Daniel Matacek there, and Harrison Thomas may have just jumped up into 11th place. Let's have a look at sector 2, and in fact Harrison Thomas is into 11th, is he? No classification on that at the minute, so there's other problems going on further down. Here come our leaders though, through once more. Hoggard has lost out now to Noah Ruvers, who has finally gone past him. So up into 2nd place goes Noah Ruvers. I don't think we really expected this one, did we, for Noah to be featured with inside the podium places, but definitely now turning in his favour. Jordan Brown Nutley will be feeling the pressure now from behind as they turn off the right-hander at turn 5. They'll work their way down the back straight in towards the hairpin at turn 5. Jordan Brown Nutley just keeping it cool for the time being. Noah Ruvers there in 2nd. Didn't join us at the Winter Cup at the early round 6 weeks ago, so this is his first time with the Rotax Max Euro Challenge this year. Turning his way on towards the final corner. Noah Ruvers once again back in the senior action. A year ago here at this round, again not the best of performance for Noah. Outside the top 10 in the final, and in the pre-final he only picked up 13 points. His best round came later in the season at the Italian round, and in fact he didn't do the full season, did Noah. He decided not to take part in the races right until the end. But here this weekend on his home circuit, much better performance for the youngster. There in 2nd place. There's a yellow flag at turn number 3. So what's happened, not too sure. Someone has disappeared by the looks of it. Oh, there's a cart off down at the end of the back straight. Let's see if we can have a very quick look at that before we have any change amongst the leaders. Looks like 2.53 from this vantage point. I'll just pause there for a minute, see what happens with the leaders. Nothing by the looks of it. 2.53. Matilda Olsen is one out the race off the back straight, so she is not going to take any further part. Into the final corner comes then Brown Nutley, Noah Ruvers and Jonathan Hoggard. There's less than a second between these top 3 as they go through for the 12th time of asking. Here comes Noah Ruvers for a change of the lead. Not quite. Brown Nutley has it covered on the entrance to the corner. He'll hold it on the exit as well as he runs all over the exit of the corner. Kicks up the red and white curbing. A little bit of dust being left down there, and rubber of course from earlier races. But Noah Ruvers looking very racy indeed. Can he go through this time? There's still yellow flags down the back straight, which have now been retracted, so they'll be able to go flat out for green flag racing around the whole circuit. On towards turn number 8, they're about to head. Jordan Brown Nutley knows that Noah Ruvers is right with him, and at any opportunity Noah Ruvers could possibly make a move here to go through, so watch out for that. Further back there's our 4th place man now, which is Felix Varga. So he's managed to get through, but is he too far back from the top 3 to get onto the podium? 3.5 seconds is the gap with now just around about 5 laps to go. 13 laps completed, in fact 4 laps now to go for the pack as they head down towards the first turn once more. Still nothing to choose between Brown Nutley, Ruers and Jonathan Hoggard. There's a little bit further back then. 4th place is still Felix Varga. 5th place is Berke Besler. My tip for a podium this weekend may not turn out to go his way. 6th place for Robert Kindervart. There's more drama at turn 2. There's a cart that's ridden over another one, which is causing a bit of drama for everyone else involved. And who have we got there? I think one of them is Harrison Thomas. There's 222 in there as well. 242 is involved, so lots of action down at turn 2, which has taken out a few more competitors within this race. Hans Morin is one of those, and the 222 machine is that of Daniel Matuszek. So disastrous race for him. Someone's going to get rejoined here, which may be Max Timmermans. It is. Max Timmermans was involved somehow as he was working his way from the back up towards the front. Yellow flags at turn 1, which mean Noah Ruvers cannot overtake. There's carts littered everywhere on the exit of the corner. Thankfully it's the last race of the weekend here, because there's going to be plenty of clear up to be done as the leaders head their way then on towards the back straight. Now Noah Ruvers can go for a move down the inside line, which he does, so Noah Ruvers takes over the lead of the race then. Jordan Brown Nutley was expecting it. Can he fight back off the back straight? Down towards turn 6 they go. Jonathan Hoggard's right with him as well now, so can he get a move done on Jordan Brown Nutley before it's too late? Jordan's going to have to work hard here to defend and attack as Jonathan Hoggard looks down the inside line, but Jordan knows what he's doing. He knows where to leave the gaps and not when to attack, and that's what he's done on Jonathan Hoggard, who now feels it's time to go and attack Noah Ruvers for the lead of the race. So is this possibly the first round this year that Jordan Brown Nutley is not going to win? He's still on the podium, and we've still got a few laps to go within this race. Through we go then with 15 laps completed. Noah Ruvers leads for the first time across the line. 2nd place is Jonathan Hoggard, half a second back. And 3rd place for Jordan Brown Nutley with no yellow flags this time at turn number 1. I think Jordan Brown Nutley still got a responsive drive to come here. He's still got an answer for both of the top 2 as they work their way on towards the hairpin at turn 5. Down the back straight they're about to go. 4th place for Felix Varga. 5th place for Berke Besler. 6th place is Robert Kindervarter. 7th is Baptiste Moulam. 8th place then for Hugo Anderson. 9th place for Andre Volta. And 10th place for Zabe Boldazar, who sits there just on the fringes of the top 10 as David Remy is just outside in 11th place. Let's see if Jordan Brown Nutley now can push along Jonathan Hoggard and try and catch back up with Noah Ruvers as they come in towards the final corner. Just wondering if there's yellow flags down there. I don't think there are. All looks good from where we are. As they cross the line once more then, attack mode from 2nd and 3rd place guys to try and keep on the tail then of Noah Ruvers, who is 4/10 of a second up the road. A 56.0 for Noah, a 56.0 for Jonathan, a 55.9 from Jordan Brown Nutley. He wants to get back past. He knows he possibly has something left within the tank here this weekend. Down the inside line he goes once more. Jordan Brown Nutley runs wide on the exit of the corner, and all of this fighting is just going to aid Noah Ruvers to pull enough of a gap to possibly win the race here in Belgium on his home circuit. Can he pick up the victory? That'll be the first man to do so this weekend, because we've had different nationalities winning the other races so far today. We've had a German in DD2, we've had a Dutchman within the juniors, and of course we had earlier today with a win going the way of Olli Pilka, the Polish racer in Minimax. So 4 different nationalities are going to be playing 4 different national anthems at the end of the day on the podium. Black and orange flag now being shown to Zander Prijbalak, 257. He's got some mechanical problems as we start the last lap, so he'll probably just about get away with that before he's called in to the scrutineers. But again, this 18-lap race has passed by in a flash. Noah Ruvers out front then by 7/10 of a second. The only man who can really challenge by the looks of it is Jonathan Hoggard, because Jordan Brown Nutley has dropped down to 3rd place. Still going to be a solid point scoring weekend for Jordan, but he's not going to be the man who steps to the top step of the podium. It looks like this man here, Noah Ruvers, is on for victory. Just 3 more corners to go then for Noah. He works his way down to turn number 9. It's surely going to be home victory for the local lad. Down they come. Jordan Brown Nutley wants to get back into 2nd ahead of Jonathan Hoggard. It's going to be Britt 2nd and 3rd, but which order will it be? But it's going to be local lad Noah Ruvers through the final corner up towards the line. He's got it done here this weekend. Noah Ruvers is the first man this year to knock Jordan Brown Nutley off the top step. Noah Ruvers wins at his home circuit. 2nd place goes to Jonathan Hoggard, and Jordan Brown Nutley still on the podium there in 3rd place. Makes it another good point scoring weekend for the British driver here in the senior final. 4th place goes the way of another local lad, Felix Vargey. 5th place for then, is that, Robert Kindervarter. Then it's going to be Berke Besler in 6th, Baptiste Moulin 7th, Hugo Anderson comes through in 8th place, Andre Volta in 9th, Zabo Baldazar in 10th place, and that's how they're all classified at the end of a enthralling senior final here in Belgium. So well done again to Noah Reuvers. He wins by 1.4 seconds ahead of KR Sports' Jonathan Hoggard. Dan Holland Racing's Jordan Brown-Knightley comes through in 3rd, Felix Vargey is there in 4th place, Robert Kindervarter is 5th, Berke Besler, Baptiste Moulin, Hugo Anderson, Andre Volta and Zabo Baldazar your top 10. Charlie Anderson and David Remy, the 2 Swedes, in 11th and 12th places. VPDR's Christopher Drayspring in 13th. Tamina Bergmeyer, Jakob Grigula, Xander Prijbalak, Max Pilker, Arno Sarazen, Daniel Netigovsky and Bastien Cochet round out your top 20 at the end of that race. There was quite a few non-finishers as well after dramas at turns 1. They included Harrison Thomas, Daniel